All right, everybody, welcome back. We are diving deep today.
Deep dive.
We're taking a look at Sylvia's article.
Oh, yeah.
This one's all about mapping the employee life cycle, and it's all about better employee experience.
For sure.
So, HR can't really be amazing unless they understand the whole employee journey.
You got it.
So Sylvia's laying out how we can actually map this entire journey.
Yeah.
We're talking 7 key areas. So this is going to be really practical and insightful.
Absolutely. I think one of the big things that she hits on that's so important is traditional HR just doesn't get it.
Yeah.
They're missing the employee experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And she throws out these questions that are like mic drop moments. She's like, do you even know which part of the employee life cycle is like a turnover black hole? Or which parts are working and which ones are not? Like, it's so true. You have no idea unless you actually map it out.
Yeah, you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks. And what happens is you're wasting resources and you're not being effective. And Sylvia is really advocating for effectiveness in HR.
Absolutely. So walk me through this mapping process, this map, measure, improve framework. What is the deal with that?
So it is simple, but it's genius. So first you MAP it out. Basically what you're doing is you are visually plotting the employee journey. So think of it like a timeline.
Yeah.
And it's from the very first interaction, like if they saw an ad or if they browsed your website, all the way through to their exit interview and even beyond.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Even beyond the exit interview, that's thinking long term. So we're talking about a ton of interactions here, though, right?
Oh, for sure. Depending on the organization, it could be hundreds of touch points
Wow.
along that journey. Then you're going to go to the measure phase. And so you're gathering data,
Okay.
getting feedback, real insight to see how effective each of those touch points are. So you're looking at surveys, you're doing interviews, you're digging into HR metrics.
Yeah.
You're getting a sense of, okay, what's working and what's not.
And that's where the magic happens, right?
Oh, we got
That's
it.
where Previa comes in.
That's right. So this is where the rubber hits the road. You're taking all those insights and that data and you're making things better.
Yeah.
So you're going to refine processes, you're going to tackle those pain points, and you're going to double down on what is working really well.
I love it.
So you can create this amazing employee experience.
Okay, so Sylvia breaks this life cycle down into 7 key areas, right?
Yeah.
This is where things get really granular.
Absolutely.
Let's start with attracting. What
Yeah.
are some things that stand out to you here?
So attracting, this is where first impressions really matter, and even the small things. Sylvia talks about the way a job ad is written.
Yeah.
Or the vibe that you're putting out on social media. It can really make or break how a candidate sees your company.
It's about building that right brand to attract the right people.
Mm-hmm.
So then we move into hiring.
Yes.
What's critical in this stage?
So hiring can get really messy. And Sylvia points out that the length of the hiring process is a big touch point. How clearly you communicate with those candidates, even how you conduct interviews. All of this is really crucial in determining whether somebody is going to say yes to your team.
Yeah.
Like I had a friend, she was going through this hiring process and it took weeks, no communication. And she ended up taking another offer because the other company was more responsive.
Yeah, I've been there. It's the worst. Like, radio silence is the worst.
The worst.
Okay, so you snag a great candidate. They're on board.
Yeah.
Literally. Why is onboarding so crucial?
Onboarding is so critical because it's the first few weeks, few months,
Yeah.
setting the tone,
Yeah.
integrating new hires into the company culture, clear communication, readily available resources, supportive environment.
Yeah.
Really, really important.
Okay, so you got them settled in. How do you keep them fired up? This motivating piece is super interesting to me. What are some of the unexpected touch points in that area?
So you got to think beyond the salary and benefits. Sylvia dives into things like opportunity for growth, recognition programs, even instilling a sense of purpose in somebody's work. It's understanding what motivates your employees, and you can measure this.
Why?
There was this case study in the article where this company implemented a passion project program, and what they did was employees would dedicate some of their time to these self-directed projects.
Oh, wow.
Huge boost in motivation, and some amazing innovation came out of that.
Love that. See, that's what I mean by insightful.
Right.
Okay, so we've motivated our employees. Now how do we help them reach their full potential? And the article talks about developing talent next.
Yes. So this is where you're investing in your people. Mentorship programs,
Right.
training opportunities, workshops, helping them with further education.
Yeah.
Sylvia's point is understand what your employees aspire to and then provide those avenues for growth and development.
So true. And then, of course, we have managing performance. What are some key takeaways there?
So this is not about those annual performance reviews. This is about ongoing open communication. So you're doing regular check-ins, you're providing constructive feedback, you're setting clear expectations, you're creating this culture of continuous improvement where feedback is a gift and not a punishment.
I love that. I had a really terrible exit experience at a previous job, and it really soured my view of the entire company. It makes you realize how important that final touch point is.
Absolutely.
And speaking of which, let's talk about departing,
Yes.
which can be overlooked.
Often overlooked. But the employee experience doesn't just end when they walk out the door. How you handle their departure, exit interviews, offboarding processes, even alumni networks,
Yeah.
all contributes to the employee's final impression. And who knows, they might be a customer in the future or even a boomerang employee.
Totally.
Plus, exit interviews can provide so much insight for the company.
Absolutely. This has been really eye-opening. It shows how every interaction matters in shaping that employee experience. And it's not just HR, it's the whole organization.
And what I love about Sylvia's framework is this emphasis on being proactive. You're not waiting for a problem. You're constantly monitoring, measuring, and improving those touch points. So you're creating this incredible employee experience from the get-go. And actually, I know the Strengths Company does some amazing work helping organizations implement this.
Oh, cool.
They're experts at this.
That's awesome. So it really comes down to creating a workplace where employees feel valued, heard, and empowered.
Absolutely.
And that's a win for everybody.
It is a win for everybody. Here's something to think about, okay? What is one touch point in your employee journey, good or bad, that stands out? How could it have been improved using that map, measure, improve approach?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a good one. Get you thinking.
It does, it does. Well, thanks for diving deep with us today. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.